Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. In the last episode, we beat Woodfall Temple, restored all the nasty swamp boats back to normal, made everything okay with the Deku family, and then went back in time, so it's all kind of been undone, hence the music is still spooky here again now, and the swamp boat is a bit nasty. This episode we've got a lot of side stuff to get on with. Mostly now we've got access to kind of the bow and arrow, is the main reason I'm doing this now rather than before. If we go into the Swamp Tourist Centre, speak to this bloke with the bizarre belly hair. Welcome! Wait, is this your first time at the swamp? In that case, try a famous boat cruise. It's a loop of the swamp by way of the Deku Palace. Of course, the swamp's been kinda poisoned lately. There's also that huge horrible monster. No wonder business is slow. Boat crews are facing to handle at that window over there. If we go to that window over there, Old Coom's boat cruise ticket off is closed. Because, yes, Coom is still in the forest, having been whacked on the head by the Skull Kid. So, let's head over first to Magic Hags and do something we've done before. So, I'm taking a bit of a cheeky approach here. We know that, because we've done this before, we know that Coom is in the woods looking for mushrooms, and we know she's been hit by the Skull Kid. If you want the free red potion that Coom gives you to cure her, you need to go there, find that she's been whacked, and then come back, get the potion, and then go out there again. Or you can do the lazy approach, which I've done, which is just pay the 20 quid, grab the red potion by yourself, and then head through the woods with the speeder on, please. So, we can do something slightly different here as well. At this ending clearing here, slap on, and this is literally the only use in the game for the Mask of Scents. A mask that sharpens your sense of smell. With this, you can sniff out even the faintest of scents. And if you put it on, you'll notice Link goes all weird and sniffy, but there's a scent over there. Oh, what might it be? With the Mask of Scents on, you can identify... Oh, bugger. Maybe I have to talk to Tackle.
What is that sweet smell? Good job working that out. It really is such a deliciously fragrant scent. Let's go ahead and bottle it up and take it with. I mean, why not?
I need a bottle, that's why it wasn't working. So, if we swing this up, we get... Or not, there we go. We get a magic mushroom. Maybe it's that kind of magic mushroom. Your nose is tickled by its fragrant scent. Let's take that back to the magic hag at the potion shop.
So if you speak to the hag, she says, if only I had some fragrant mushrooms, I could brew a more invigorating potion.
Oh, but we have some fragrant mushrooms.
What a scent. Oh, you did a great job finding this one. I just haven't been able to get my hands on any of them, and that put me in a real pinch. Well, I can use this to make something, so come back later.
Indeed, she will start making blue potion, which heals both your health and your magic. But if you want that, you'll have to bring the mushroom. She'll make it for you for, not free, but very cheap. But in order to take advantage of it, you'll have to bring her the mushroom at the beginning of that cycle. So be aware of that if you ever want blue potion in a given cycle. You'll have to go and sniff out some more mushrooms. Anyway, let's head back, as I have been doing, to the Swamp Tourist Centre. And now first, of course, the boat cruise is available, and we get a free one as we did last time, which I will be taking advantage of soon. But we've also got this guy who is now running the Pictograph Contest again. Blimey, where is he? My spoiled son is slacking off again. Oh, he's got a completely different accent to last time I did him. What, he was texting someone. My spoiled son is slacking off again. A man his age has no business searching for fairies. Oh, welcome. My apologies, that has nothing to do with you. Well, have you taken any nice pictographs? I have not, no. Huh, you haven't heard about the Pictograph Contest yet? Sheesh, I have to do everything myself. Well, the Swamp Tourist Centre is currently holding a Pictograph Contest. It's open to all ages, from children to adults. As a reward for a nice pictograph taken in the swamp, you can have your choice of a complimentary boat cruise or a cash prize. You'll receive your free pictograph box when you go on a boat cruise, so do have a go if you're interested. So, there are two ways of winning the Pictograph Contest. There is the way of skill and the way of shame. And we are absolutely going to do the way of shame. The way of skill involves taking the best pictograph. There is only one thing that will win you that, which is a nice pictograph of the Deku King. But we can elect the way of shame. His son is always slacking off. A grown man has no business searching for fairies, and we know from speaking to him that Tingle is indeed, oh bloody Wolfos nonsense. We know that Tingle is indeed 35. So, once I've taken out this Wolfos nonsense, and wait for it to attack, backflip away, shank. There we go, takes him out nice and easy. Though I only learned that on Ocarina of Time thanks to a viewer. Anyway, here we go. Take a... Ooh, okay, it's a bit... you got to get a bit closer than that, and he's just igniting his balloon. God, I hate that sound effect so much. And he's got a really weirdly real face compared to everyone else, which makes me uncomfortable. Anyway, good shot of Tingle. Let's go and win by the way of shame. Well, have you taken any nice pictographs? Oh yes, I have. Look who it is. It's your humiliating son. Oh, that's my son. Ugh, is he still doing that sort of thing? Ugh, how humiliating. This guy, he's my son. As old as he is, he's still doing some pretty silly stuff. I guess I spoiled him too much when I was raising him. But he really is a kind-hearted boy. Well, thank you for going to all that trouble. This is just a small token of my gratitude. So the other option is, yes, you win the Pictograph Contest if you, and the Piece of Heart if you bring him a picture of the Deku King, but that's the cheeky way of doing it there. But could you tell my son something for me? Could you, please tell him not to go outside in that outfit anymore? It's not natural. He should say something like that. I feel it's very much in keeping with him. And it's just weird that this massive burly dude with weirdly hairy belly is Tingle's father. I don't want to think about it too much. Anyway, what we need to do now, speed her on please, is take our little cruise over to the Deku Palace. So, I've actually fucked up here. I am going to... I'm not going to disembark here, actually. Because what I wanted to do is I needed to buy something first. I needed to buy some magic beans, and I didn't... Oh, I could have just gone into the bean seller there. Oh, fuck it, oh well. Here is our goal. You will see there is this building here. We will be coming back here shortly. But I need 2 magic beans before doing so. So, back at the tourist centre. So, here we now is probably the best place to buy beans. There is a racist business scrub out here. He sells beans, but only to Deku scrubs. So, if we scrub up... Actually, that is a phrase meaning time to get changed, isn't it? How clever of me. Anyway, he says, yes. Well, firstly, he asks if you have any access to a spot in the town, and that's the town title deed, which is a whole different thing, and a side quest we're not going to do yet. But we want to buy 2 batches of magic beans. Now we just need to get back over to the house, that house thing near the Deku Palace. How much is this? Oh, it's for humans only. Why is everyone in this bloody place a racist? I'm a child owner? 10 rupees. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's easier than me bothering to hop over there. Speeder on again. So here I do want to disembark, and we need to now head over. Oh, your monkey's trying to start me on side quests. Well, not side quest, main quest, but main quest I've already done. I can just soar straight to Woodfall without needing to follow him and learn the Sonata of Awakening. That's the nice thing. Like this game. Knowing what does and doesn't travel in time with you and how you can use that is important, because then it's like, you know, you don't have to do any of that again if you wanted to go to Woodfall. You can just soar straight to the temple and raise it up. Anyway, what we need here is... Oh, I meant to tell you about something you needed, by the way. I'm a terrible person here. So, before coming over here, I got some beans, but I also got, because I just had them anyway, make sure you've got here a load of arrows, which I've got, and a Deku stick, at least one. As long as you've got both of them, you will have a happy time here. Using the stick, do the old Ocarina maneuver, light it on fire, and burn through the webbing. What is this building, you ask? It's the fearful spider house, dead ahead. So, there's a dog here, and there is a cursed bloke. Ah, help me, I am not a monster. The spider's curse, it made me this way. I beg of you in here, find them all, the gold ones, the cursed spiders, defeat them, quickly. When you defeat them, don't forget the spider's token. It contains the spider's spirit. If you lift the curse, I'll teach you something good. Hurry, please. This is awful. So this is what this game does instead of having Skulltulas around the place as Ocarina did. Here you have them in 2 very specific locations where they form little mini-games. Functionally, they're the same as the Skulltulas in Ocarina of Time, so what first thing we need is we need a couple of bugs. Bugs are very handy for luring Skulltulas out of walls. Both of these rocks here have bugs under them. Simply lift up the rock and then bottle the bugs. And in we go. So there's 30 of them in here in total, and I'm going to go through each one of them in order. They're a bit more mobile than they were in Ocarina. They also die more quickly, and you pick up the tokens more quickly. All very nice. Anyway, we need... is it somewhere on here? pillar. There we go, he's coming down here. So I'm actually going to switch to, this is, actually no, he should come down and hit me. You'll notice, anyone who watched Ocarina of Time as well will notice I have changed my pronunciation. I always used to say Skulltula there, whereas now I say Skulltula. Someone pointed out, completely correctly to me, that Skulltula is based on the word tarantula. There's one hiding in that pot there, and you call it a tarantula, you don't call it a tarantula, so Skulltula makes no sense. Hence it's tarantula, Skulltula, and I'm slightly annoyed that I'd never noticed that before, but may I never be said to be someone who doesn't change the way I stand on things when more correct information is presented. So they are Skulltulas, and this is the fearful Skulltula house. Anyway, with bits of soft soil, which is like on the wall there for some bizarre reason, you can get Skulltula out of them. Likewise, you can get another one out of this one. So the spider bloke did say hurry, but there's no actual time limit on this, I don't believe. There's another one in the game which does have a time limit on it, as in you need to get it to get the proper reward, you need to do it in the first or second day, I think. But this one here you're fine. But I want to do it tonight because tomorrow we've got a lot of business to be getting on with. You'll notice I've come back for another bug, and I've also got some spring water. Spring water handy for growing magic beans. So let's head back in. And we will start, you'll see from the map, this place is fairly small. Got 5 tokens already, so let's head through to this room here. So here you've got crates if you hit this one. Nope, if you hit this one, there we go, has a Skulltula in it. Skulltula, I'm still learning, bit by bit. Oh, and I've got something tickling my nose, and every time I breathe in through my nose it feels like I'm going to sneeze, but I've not yet been able to sneeze. Oh, it's going to drive me insane. Second one there. Now, we need to get out bombs. Do I have bombs? Don't have bombs. No, I do have bombs. That's fine. Even if I didn't have bombs, that's the advantage of the blast mask. The blast mask is like free bombs. It's slow, and if you don't shield, it hurts you as well. But it's just real handy to basically have, because obviously your bombs are completely reset to 0 whenever you play the Song of Time. So it's handy to be able to have bombs for in case you haven't got any yet this cycle. Anyway, you notice I've put a bean down there. As ever, hit the bean with water, and it will grow. Now we got one to get here. You'll see him scootling along the wall there. I'm going to try and hit him on the way past. I might need to shoot him though, potentially. Well, actually, let's do a little magic spin. Nope, didn't work. There we go. I'm going to... Oh! Well, I caught that up. Now I've got to wait for the bean to come back. I really hope this is just going to deliver it to me. It's not. I got to jump for it. But I got it. Now I've got to wait for the bean to come back again. That was a lie, I didn't even have to wait for the damn bean for this, I'm just stupid. There's just a ladder here that takes me up. I kind of thought the bean somehow takes me up to the top, but it doesn't, it just takes me up to the bloody wall anyway. Either way, up from here, there is one scootling around on top of what I guess is a massive tombstone, which is slightly strange. But that gets us our 9th spirit, which is great, and then here is our 10th. I think there's generally 5 in each room, or something roughly like that. It's not quite that, but roughly that's what you should be aiming for. Anyway, up here on this pillar over to the left here, I believe there's one scootling around there. So let's grab that spider. What if Skulltula? I'm just losing my damn mind. There's one there, but you'll notice we can't necessarily get the token, but this is where this Deku flower comes in. So with that, we can hop over to the middle, and then if we're quite crafty, we can do this without falling down. But you have to be able to turn quite quickly. So you wait here, hover on top of it, and then start moving to the side, and then there we go, nailed it. Though I did actually want to be on the other side of this room, which would have been slightly smoother, but hey, I can still do that, it's fine. I'm just thinking about whether I need water at the moment, but I don't think I do. Either way, there is another bit of soil on the wall here, which means launch another bug into it. There we go, I managed to stand close enough that it kind of went through me and out the other side, but that's okay. Now here, immediately, you'll notice a strange sound in here. And we'll deal with that in a second. It's actually this mad scrub here that's asleep. Up on the ceiling, you've got 5 beehives. 2 of them contain Skulltulas. 1 of them is empty, and 1 of them contains bees. And I probably should have figured out which one is which. Let's find out the hard way. That was the bee one. That's the one that was full of bees. There we go. Well, bees will come at you and sting you. Cool. It's not that one. That's great to know. Well, that was empty. Great start so far. I swear, if it's the last two I search, that's going to be mildly irritating. There we go. There's one of them. Ow. And there's another one. Oh, let's say that one. Ah. And there we go. Look at that. We're halfway there. Right, we got a few things to do here now. If we use... we can use bombs, but I'm going to be slightly crafty and use the blast mask. We can take out these big jars, or can we just roll into the jars? I don't know. Either way, yeah, rolling is enough just to hit the jars and knock a Skulltula out of that specific jar. Likewise with the small jars, smash them up and you will get another one. Now is where things get slightly strange. Oh no, it's not, because I just want to go through here, and there is one on the wall here. To get up, we need this guy's flower, but he's fast asleep, and if we check it, it says...
What's that Deku's drum? It's just sleeping here like a lazy fool. What a pain.
Now let's think, how would we awaken someone who's fallen into a deep sleep? And not with the off-key Sonata of Awakening, we won't. I'm glad we see him running around all over the damn room. That was a worthwhile 10-second cutscene there, game, thanks. Anyway, up here you'll notice there's another one scootling around on the wall. And we just basically want to wait until it comes down, because if we shoot it there, the token will appear at the wall, and we've got no way of getting it. So we actually want to wait until it comes safely within sword range, which it will. He says. Come on, down you come, you little bastard. Yeah, that scooting action they do was never in Ocarina of Time. They would just rotate it on the spot there. And if we listen... Oh wait, there is more sounds in this room. Well, that's not encouraging. I thought I got all of them. Bollocks. Well, let's move on to the next room anyway. I'll figure it out, I suppose. So here we're in this kind of goldy room, and if we hit this crystal switch, we make ladders appear, which let us get back up here again, so we don't have to loop around that side again, which is quite nice. And I actually want to head back to the central room first, because now is a good chance to reload our water a little bit. Obviously, I only need one other bit of water because I've already got a bean. I've only got one bean left. Right, now I believe we should... I got another bug in that last room, but I'm not entirely sure whether I'll need it or not, but always handy to have. Get the one on the ladder, and grab that token. And then there is a beehive on the roof. I believe it is that one? Yes, nailed it. I do know these vaguely somewhat. So now we just need to head up here. Probably should have done this as I was getting this token, but look at me, I guess I'm not always perfectly 100% efficient. Here we have got... Where is it? Is it scooting along on this one somewhere? Or is it on the other side? Oh, there it is. It's scooting around down there. Does it scoot down to the bottom all the way? Yes, it does. Cool, I actually didn't want to go up there yet then. Take this one out and grab its token, then we head back up there. Now we want to grow a bean here, and also take out this Skulltula up there. And the bean will handily take us straight over there. With it grown, just stand in the middle of it here, and it will rise up and give you... Not the one What the bastards? That's not fair. Come on. There we go. Weirdly, yes, it's bugs only get ones out of the soft soil patches on the wall. In this room here, got a lot of stuff going on here. You've got a tree. You can see a couple of them moving around up there. Roll into the tree, and it will launch 3 of them down onto the ground here, which is quite cool. Then there's also 2 of them just generally scootling around the room, but they're hidden in this kind of, what's it called, grass. And it's freaking the game out at the moment here. Let's get this one. Then there is one hidden quite craftily here in a beehive. Wasn't that beehive? Must be the other beehive. Hooray! Oh, and I'm missing one. Of course I'm missing just one. Oh, bees! Wasn't that beehive either. Ah, get away from me. Is there another beehive? There it is. I can still hear one moving in this room, and that means like must have been one. What the fucking Christ? What is this? Oh, there must be one final beehive that I haven't shot yet. Look at me. Oh, I know which beehive this is. I'm the doctor. I'm so smart. There we go. So we've got, as you can see from the bottom screen, 29 out of 30. So time to find the 30th one. As I say, I want to be done with this by 6 AM, and we're nearly at 6 AM. Because what I want to do next is the Deku Playground and the Honey and Darling thing again for the whole kind of 3 days of gaming shenanigans. But that doesn't open until 6 AM, so I would just be fast forwarding anyway. Oh, there's one in that pot there as well. Completely forgotten about that. There we go. We collected all of the Skulltula spirits. The curse is now lifted. Wonderful. And we get quite a useful reward for this. This reward was in Ocarina of Time, but it did basically fuck all, whereas it's actually quite useful in this game. If you talk to this guy now, he's free. He's wearing his creepy mask. Oh, I've been saved. I thought I was going to die. You see, a while back, someone told me I could become rich, and he gave me this mask. He said the instructions were inscribed somewhere in here, but when I went to look, I was cursed. If only I'd known it would be such an ordeal, I never would have taken it. Here, take it. It's yours. And he gives us the quest, The Terrifying Swamp House. You defeated all the spiders in the swamp house. Very nice. And we got, as a gift, the Mask of Truth. This was passed down by the mysterious Sheikah. Now it's yours. This mask allows you to hear and understand the wisdom of gossip stones and the thoughts of animals, both of which have functions in this game. Unlike in Majora's in Ocarina of Time, where they were just a mildly amusing side thing. If we place on ourselves the Mask of Truth, firstly, you pick up an animal and you hear its thoughts. Ruff, ruff, stupid master. His eyes are always filled with greed and desire. And that has a function later on. There's no gossip stones around here, but we'll get to that later, don't you worry. Wonderful. We've got enough time left on the day, so let's head back to Clocktown and head to the Deku Playground at 6 AM. So here, the concept is the same, and we have to do it in record time, which is 1:15 once again, but the game is slightly different. You'll notice here, they're now moving around in circles. Last time I went just straight left to right. This time I'm taking a bit more of an inventive route because you just kind of have to adapt it to whatever's there. What I will say here is let the platforms do the work for you. Move to kind of where you want to be and wait for a platform to move under you and then drop onto it. I'm kind of working, I guess, from the inside out. If I just look down here and just wait and then press A to drop, perfect. It's much easier than actually trying to like catch up with a platform in any realistic way because you're just not really going to do that. But if I just go here and say hover, you can hover almost indefinitely as a scrub and then you just drop down, perfect. Right, I've got the other one on the inner row, haven't I? Yeah, so it's just getting the next one on the outer, which is just here, so hover and wait. And down we go. Ooh. And then the final one is also the outer one, isn't it? Oh no, it's the inner one again here, so that should be relatively straightforward. Just go over to here. And yeah, it's just about positioning yourself where the platforms are going to be, not where they are. Simple enough. There we go. So once again, new record, so they give us another fishing hole pass, and we cross off number 2 on Deku Flower Power. We've done it on the second day of the same cycle. Got to get it the third time tomorrow, but we got a lot more shit to do before then. Finally, let's head over to finish the episode off with, we've done that one again, so obviously we now need to go and do day 2 of Honey and Darling. It's much easier than day 1. It looks like we have a visitor, Honey.
Oh, I wonder if it's a customer, darling.
Oh, you're the one who got the perfect score yesterday. Would you like to play again? Today is basket bomb day, isn't it, darling? So, get a bomb inside every basket in the time it takes us to dance the wrong song. If you throw with too much power, you'll fall off this platform, so be careful, right, darling? So, this is quite easy to do in terms of actually nailing the shots, because as it says, you just need to get a bomb into the basket. The issue is, in order to throw the bomb and not just drop it at your feet, you need to be moving forwards. And that can be quite difficult to do and make sure you stop in time before kind of like running off. Generally, I find this one much easier than the Bombshell one, just because it feels like a lot more is in your control, and because you need to be moving in order to throw them, it forces you to line up a lot better, because you can just hold the stick towards the basket, whereas you have to take account for the weird motion of the Bombshell. So this one, actually pretty straightforward. I think that's actually it. Yeah, nailed it. You'll be pleased to know day 3 of Honey and Darling is even easier. It certainly starts off with the hardest one, which is the Bombshell bowling one. Anyway, they can give us, surprisingly, a fishing hole pass. So we've got 4 of them, which are pretty sweet, but the main thing is we've crossed off number 2 of 3 days of gaming. Can you guess what we're going to be doing next episode? But that concludes this episode. So we've done some side questy stuff. We've done the Fearful Spider House. We've got the Mask of Truth, which is actually we're going to be using next episode for a side quest. It's very handy for that. But we're mostly going to be doing other mini-game based ones there. We've got the final 2 days of gaming, well, final day of gaming times 2, and then we've got 2 little archery range things to do. So that'll be our task for next episode. I do really love the second day when it's raining. Lovely rain and thunder. Anyway, I hope you'll join me then for the next episode of Majora's Mask. Thank you very much, and good day.